Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 13 of Civilization 5 as Babylon. Will episode 13 be unlucky for us? Well, it is 9 turns away from industrialization, which is 9 turns until we find out that we don't actually have any coal, so that could be unlucky. Would be nice if some of the other AIs actually got their ideology. It would stop us from getting some of the early adopter tenants, but at least we could see which way some of the other AIs were going to go. I mean, the Iroquois do have the most tourism at the moment, but if we could go, for example, the same ideology as Rome, that'd make us really strong against Hiawatha when we get our artillery. Austria becomes host, which we expected. Babylon has grown. We are working on the porcelain tower. You are working on a completely production-focused tile. I think that is fine. 27 turns until you grow is a bit slow. I mean, we could get you down to 16 turns, but I think at the moment going production-focused isn't a terrible idea. Are there any tiles that you are working that I could pull somebody off to try and just get quite a lot of production? If we pulled you off that, we'd stagnate. We don't really want to stagnate. If we pulled you off that and put you onto there, 18 turns on the porcelain tower. We're not going to make much of a difference whichever way we do it, so I think we just leave it that way for now. I think we just carry on trying to do it that way. Let's go on to the next turn. I wonder if we will have any coal. This, if we do, it'll give us a little bit of production. Ah, Rome has declared war on me. Okay, that's fine. Ah, Shaka has declared war on me as well. Well, that's not friendly. Obviously, Manila could be problematic up here. We've got to keep our eye on that. It is just my intent to try and piece them out as early as possible. So I don't necessarily intend to. I don't necessarily intend to try and take anything from them. Manila's going to be problematic. I think I'm just going to pull these guys back to a defensive position. Put these guys in front. Choose production. We have finished our castle. What do we want to get over here? I guess getting a barracks could be useful, especially as we will be going to war later on. I'm literally just going to wait for them to throw some units at me, and we'll just try and farm them up. I don't think they can do an awful lot of damage to me. We'll have a look and see what they can send my way. We could do with another crossbow over here, to be honest. Can we actually afford to just outright buy one? We can. 620. We can't at the moment, but we will be able to do it in a turn or two. Caravan. Didn't actually use any caravans there, which is good. You were sending production to a CAD. I'm going to keep that going on, because we might need to get some units down there. I think it'll be safe, because it is mainly going to use the road. So we'll see what they throw at me. I said is episode 13 going to be unlucky. Looks like it is. But apart from potentially getting hassled by the city-state, I don't think there's an awful lot that Rome or Shaka can do. I could go down there and steal his worker just to annoy him, but it doesn't seem like a lot of point. He doesn't seem to be really moving any units my way, which is weird. Neither does Shaka, to be honest, which is what I find strange. You guys just sort of stay there for a while. You guys have built the road there, so you're going to move up and build a road on that tile. It's not very often I get 2 AIs declaring war on me, but we shall see. Here he comes, he's bringing some units now. Now we could try and pillage some stuff, but I think overall we're going to be fine. If he wants to try and attack me across the river and stuff. In fact, I think what I'm going to do, I'd love to keep the academy safe. And in fact, I want to keep the academy safe. I'm going to go and move this guy onto this tile. And we will purchase a crossbowman here. And then at least if he does come any closer, because he'll have to try and attack us across the river. We should have a fair amount of units that can help here. We'll go for barrage with you, because there are some hills and stuff. Caravan, you were going to Grand River. That should continue to be safe for the time being. Okay, nothing else we can do there. Clearing a forest, that gave us some production for Babylon, which is good. Goes towards the porcelain tower. So we may still get that. So who are Rome currently at war with then? They are just at war with me now. Yeah, they've peaced out with Austria, which is why they've turned their attention to me. And obviously we can't get him and Shaka to fight each other. Enemy has been spotted near Akkad. That's fine. I'm hoping he doesn't try and nick anything with that great general. It'd be a real pain if he does, but I think I'll just wait for him to try and come a little bit closer, to be honest. Crossbowmen, you are just going to stay there because Rome doesn't really appear to be doing anything interesting. And if they want to try and send units my way, I'll just farm them up and try and get some experience from them. This is my basic plan. Rome has denounced the Iroquois. They've probably still got a peace treaty. Be nice if we could get the Iroquois to attack Rome. Might just weaken Rome enough and fatigue them enough that we could turn around and say, well, we'll... Ethiopia's still stealing stuff. And we've got a constabulary. It's ridiculous. Friendship. Yes, he will go for friendship. Trade. Declare war. No, you still got a peace treaty. Flip. Okay, let's have a look around. Still not really threatened at Babylon. Zulu's still at war with Austria. Yes, they are. That's good. So the Zulus declaring war on me may have been a little bit silly because I think any units they have down here are just getting attacked by Austria and Ragusa. So that helps things a little. So we've not lost yet. 3 turns for industrialization. Not necessarily sure that I want to upgrade crossbows to Gatling guns. I might want to upgrade one and put it up here on the hill. That might not be a terrible idea. But I really hate the upgrade from crossbowmen to Gatling guns because you go down from a ranged unit with 2 range to a ranged unit with 1. And I refuse to believe that a crossbow or a bowman can fire a projectile further than a machine gun. But there you go. You have finished the barracks. That is all well and good. I suppose we could go and... Well, we could start working on a cannon or 2. There's no reason not to. At least that way when we get artillery, we can just do some straightforward upgrades. So that's going to be fine. I guess you were working on the mine and you have now finished that. Again, we're kind of running out of useful tiles to work. Let's go over there and build a... Well, we actually want the farm there, I suppose, on the river, because it should be safe. Should be. Not guaranteed. Oh, wow. The Romans have riflemen now. They're still not really bringing them towards me, which is interesting. I'm just going to sit with them in their cities. Of course, again, when we get artillery, it will make going against Rome a lot easier as well. Mombasa is still owned by the Iroquois. I mean, I could try and take that from the Iroquois on my side. The problem is Rome would probably just end up capturing it, which I don't really want to happen. I want that to be on my side when I'm actually trying to fight the Iroquois. I could, of course, go up here and try and take Manila. I could go back to that plan. But, again, I'm probably just going to lose units. I just want to piece out of these wars at the moment. Right, you've done the road. You can actually do the farm now, which now means that you've moved over here for no reason. You don't have an awful lot left that you can do. Guess we could go and get a plantation on these bananas. So we'd be removing the jungle. We'd lose a food, but we'd gain a production. But we'd also lose the 2 science, which is what it isn't telling us on the tooltip there. But the plantation would also give us +2 food. And plus, so I'm willing to lose those 2 science for an extra food and a culture, because we get quite a lot of science anyway as Babylon, so I think that's fine. Is anybody going to make any aggressive movements on this turn? We did lose 1 caravan. I'm sure we were up to 4 at one point. Looks like he's coming my way with a great general. I can't get him on this turn, unfortunately, because I would have a river crossing. Otherwise, I'd consider jumping over there and actually just trying to kill the general. He may well try and steal something. We've discovered industrialization. We have no coal. What a surprise. You have grown. You are working a production-focused tiles. 28 turns until growth, which isn't terrible. So, yeah, just work the production tile. You are working on cannons, so it's not a bad idea. You guys, plantation. Yeah, there's no way I can get down there and grab that guy. How far are we from getting our own musket men? Never remember where they are. Rifling. So do we want to go for military science or do we want to go into rifling first? I think we might want to go into rifling and then into dynamite. Get our own musket men. Where are we in terms of research agreements? So it wasn't a research agreement. We've got one from Elizabeth in 4 turns. We could also have a word with Hiawatha while we have a declaration of friendship. And we could trade with him. Wow, he's got no money. So we'll have to wait a little bit with him. Let's go on to the next turn then. Hopefully he's not going to be too problematic. Right. He did steal land. What a gimp. That's annoying. He has only stolen cattle though. So that's not too terrible. I did consider if he took more land, I would have considered using a general of my own to try and take things back. And in fact, I do have a general of my own. So let's go ahead and actually. That's the caravan I've got selected. I want the general selected, please. Thank you. If we get you over here, we'll have a bit more oomph. And, yeah, I'm not going to waste a general just to take back a cattle tile. It's just pointless. We still have lots of good tiles that we can work. We'll carry on just working that farm for now. There's no point trying to work this tile because it's just going to keep getting enemy units on there. What are we building here, though? We are building the porcelain tower. We don't want to starve, so we'll just carry on working that tile. Not particularly great, but fine. Why would I want to build a citadel there? Stupid game. What are you on about? Yeah, you guys are just going to sit around. If he wants to attack, he's going to have to attack across the river and come into city bombardment range. Looks like Onondaga's still... the Iroquois is still using lancers. Yeah, now he's moving closer. Again, he does still have to come across the river if he wants to attack me. So, we'll put you on there to protect the workers. You're going to move there to protect the observatory. We're going to move you up onto the hill. And we are going to purchase... oh, we can't now. We've got to get Gatling guns. That's not good. Well, actually, we could just get any unit in there, to be honest. As long as we have a unit in there... We'll leave it for now. All I'm thinking is the oligarchy. If we've got a unit inside, then the city does more damage. But these guys are going to have to come closer if they want anything to happen. What have we got happen there? Mombasa election rigged. What is it up to? Not much, but we're only 49 behind, so we could grab them if we wanted to. You guys just go on to alert. Sitting Bull, you are going to continue to sit. And on to the next turn we go. Right, are you going to attack me across the river? Interesting proposition there. Let's say yes. There's no reason why not to. I don't really intend to go against Ethiopia. He's really insignificant in the war. Okay, this is good. He hasn't actually moved any closer. And I could potentially now just start taking pot shots at him with my crossbows from here. It's not going to do an awful lot, but... So, let's take you, and we're not going to upgrade you, we're just going to fire. We're not going to do a lot of damage. Hopefully he's not going to start pillaging all the citrus, because that'll be a real pain. Are you willing to peace out yet? No. What about you, Shaka? Are you willing to... I don't even know why I need to peace out with Shaka, because to be quite honest, I've not even seen a Zulu unit come anywhere near me in a while. So, I might even move this bowman over here, to be honest. Because I think Akkad is fine on its own. You guys can back up to the road. You guys can just sit there. We'll make sure you guys are actually on fortify. We don't want you on alert because we don't need you to wake up every time there's a unit nearby. 10 more turns, we get that great scientist. Halle Celeste is plotting against me. That's nice considering he's just signed a declaration of friendship. Right, now they are moving units in. This is where we have to be a little bit careful. So they are flanking. They are attacking across a river though, which is really, really dumb for them. Got another great general there.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement?
No, we don't need that. So we need to get this guy out of here or he's going to end up in trouble. Okay, now the city can fire, but it wouldn't do a huge deal of damage. It would do more if we had a unit in there. We could move you across the river. You wouldn't be able to fire over the hill. If we move you into the city, it'll give the city more firepower, but then you won't actually be able to fire at this unit. So I think what I'm going to do, I am going to move you into the city. The city is going to fire at this unit here. I can't really bring this guy into safety, but I am going to swap him with this guy because this guy has more health. You are going to take a shot at this unit, try and weaken it off. And if we do have to back up, then we have to back up, but until we do, we won't bother. I'm going to upgrade this crossbowman to a Gatling gun. Because if he does cross over the river, then he'll be on an adjacent tile anyway. We can't shoot him over these hills, so it's a little bit pointless having a bowman there. I don't think we're going to lose anything. We might lose a unit or two in this war, so that's a real possibility. But I need them to come to me more than anything. So they are starting to do some damage. We do get a unit promotion here. So before we take that unit promotion, let's have a look and see what our options are. Manila is now allied with Austria. That's interesting. Akkad has grown. Let's go and deal with that first. You're just working not a great tile, but that's fine. Still nothing down there happening that's of any consequence. Okay, you guys can't really do an awful lot apart from fire at this guy. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I could attack across the river and wipe that guy out. What can you do? You can not wipe him out, but you can do significant damage to him. I think we might just take the heal instantly with you, and then just go and fortify you until healed. You might be able to survive the onslaught from these guys. The same goes for you. Just fortify until healed. We have that Gatling gun. You're just going to stay there. There's no point moving on to the hill. We probably should get a road here, actually. If I built road, I should have done it while we were at peace. If I built roads on here, it would certainly make it easier. We'll remember that for next time, because I'm sure this isn't going to be the last war against Rome. But we'll just have a look and see what Rome try and do here. I'm mainly just trying to protect some of my improvements, because they may start pillaging. They're now firing at me with the cannons, which is a bit of a pain. But if they pretty much suicide 3 riflemen to kill 1 musketman, I'll consider that a relatively good trade. Yeah, so they have actually managed to get into the academy now, which is a little bit of a pain.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement?
Yep, we'll keep that going. So we have lost a unit. It's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. So we're going to go ahead and use you to... Actually, no. We're going to use you to attack this unit. You are going to move in and attack this unit, because I do want to try and keep a unit on top of the academy if I can. And of course it means if they kill this unit, they've got to move into range. And you guys, you actually get a promotion. Let's give you accuracy 3 and get you onto this tile. So we are going to be losing a couple more units here, which again is going to be problematic. We'll just move you up there and get another farm, because I don't really have anything else for you to do. There's a tile improvement here. Oh, city ruins. Well, the city ruins don't give me anything, so yeah, build an improvement. Gatling gun. Yeah, if I move to there... Actually, if I move to there, I can fire, I think. We wouldn't be doing an awful lot there. I'll leave them in the city. They'll be fine. We'll do one more turn. We might lose this unit, especially if he fires at it with the cannon and then attacks it with his rifleman. Oh, he's actually moving him with his lancer. Gives him the flanking bonus. He didn't actually kill it off, though. He is going to move in with the lancers. That's fine. And he's going to swizzle some units around. So we have lost a couple of musketmen, which is unfortunate. How much gold do you have? If you have that much gold, then just give me the full 360. Because I get the feeling we're going to need it. We're going to need to buy more musketmen. And what are we going to do here? Gold per turn ended. That was just for the research agreement. So... do we want to kill the Lancers or the Knights? Let's try and kill the Lancers. And what we could do here is we could just upgrade you. We can't use them on this turn, which is something as a bit of an afterthought, but at least we can do a lot more damage to you. You're going to stay there. Anything at all from Shaka? Oh, 1 unit. Are you willing to peace out yet, Shaka? No. Rome, are you willing to peace out yet? No. Okay, we'll do one more turn then, see what happens. I do have another musketman over here that I could bring over. Because, in all honesty, Shaka's got nothing going on. Elizabeth's declared war on Shaka. Didn't even realise they were anywhere close to each other. You've pillaged my citrus, which is very annoying, but there's nothing else you can really pillage, so... We can fix that later. What can you hit? You have 2 targets. 1 target you can actually destroy, so... It's got another general there, which worries me greatly. If any of you guys want to step across the river... In fact, how are those workers doing? You're still removing the jungle. We'll leave everybody there for now. Gatling gun, stay there. I think I'm going to take this guy and move him up to... Do I really want to move him up to there? Guess it's not a terrible spot to be. We'll leave him there. You're going to stay there. I did say that was going to be the last turn, but I will do one more. Right, so Hiawatha has now declared war on Shaka. Shaka might actually start to be willing to peace out soon. My Gatling gun's getting shot to pieces now, which isn't good. I hope they survive. I don't think he's going to attack with this unit because it's too weak. Okay, the Gatling gun did survive. So we'll see what we can do here. Try and do something. Now, do I want to back up with the Gatling gun, or do I want to try and take a unit out? I think I want to try and take a unit out, to be honest. There we go, there's 1 less rifleman that we've got to worry about. We'll actually do the same amount of damage to the cannon as the knight, so let's go ahead and attack the cannon. We could potentially finish it off if we want to attack it across the river. It's not particularly smart. The Gatling gun, again, we can't move out because we'd be moving onto a hill, which would use up all of our movement. You have finished the farm or whatever it was that I got you guys to do. I'm going to get you guys to start heading back down to Akkad. You've got a general there, which I don't like. Shaka, are you not willing to peace out yet? You've just... I'm just hoping that he doesn't actually take anything with that general, because that will be really annoying if he does. You guys are just going to sit there. I very much doubt Rome is willing to peace. Yeah, still not willing to peace yet, but we'll have to conclude this in another video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5 as Babylon, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.